Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. I have just had dinner, very much a bro dinner, on the eve of my first ever Powerlifting Australia powerlifting competition. I've done a couple of novice comps before, but tomorrow morning I'm doing my first ever proper one with like proper apparel that I have to wear and people being more strict on rules and everything like that. So that's very exciting. I'm up here in Sydney in Redfern. I'm staying at my friend Wendy's place. Say hi, Wendy.
Hi.
She's camera shy, clearly. But yeah, I thought I might just quickly run through kind of what's happened the past week and how I'm feeling in the lead up to tomorrow. So basically, the week leading into a powerlifting competition is called a taper week. It's also kind of like a deload week. It's not called really a peak week as you have in something like bodybuilding. Basically, it's a week of rest, of lower volume. My most difficult sessions were on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday of last week. And since then, it's been very, very basic, just going through the motions, as you can see that I did on Thursday. Very, very light squats, very light bench press. And then I was also just doing some basic kind of activation exercises, foam rolling, trying to get my muscles like nice and loose so I don't have any tension. And as you would have seen with some of those exercises, I was doing some external rotation exercises because the biggest thing that has happened this prep and that is going to affect me tomorrow is a shoulder injury. So I sustained this injury about 4 weeks ago, so 8 weeks into my powerlifting program. The weight was a little bit too heavy. My back wasn't strong enough, my shoulder rounded forward while I was bench pressing, and I've suffered a shoulder impingement on the anterior side of my shoulder. and I've had it looked at by a physio. I've done as much rehab as I can, and really the only way that my shoulder is going to heal is through rest. However, as you lead into a powerlifting comp, I was bench pressing 3 times a week, so rest wasn't really an option, unfortunately. So pretty much tomorrow for bench press, I'm just going to be working within my means. I'm going to do what I can do for bench press. It's not going to be anywhere near my best. It's not going to be anywhere near probably what I'm capable of. But unfortunately, some of the niggles, they happen, and I'm going to have to just deal with that and work around it and just do what I can on the day, really. I'm not gonna lie, it is pretty disappointing. I have been chasing a bodyweight bench press, as some of you guys will know, for a very, very long time now, and tomorrow is not the day that it's gonna happen, but I guess I just have to learn from it. I've learned what I need to work on, I've learned what my weaknesses are, and then after this comp I'm gonna give it a really good rest and just try and refocus, and one day I'll hit the bodyweight bench press, you guys. One day. In terms of how my other lifts have been going this prep, squat has probably been going the smoothest. Deadlift, there's been a few little changes to my technique along the way. I'm probably feeling the most confident in terms of my squat. Deadlift is probably still my strongest lift, and I'm probably going to be able to improve on that the most. The good thing about it being so long since my last powerlifting competition, my last one being in August of last year, is that I don't really know where I'm at. I don't have kind of clear defined expectations of exactly what I want to lift. Had I done a powerlifting competition earlier this year, I'd be like, okay, I know exactly kind of what I want to hit, but it's been so long, I've got no idea how much I've improved. A lot has changed since then. My programming for this prep has been very different. So, I mean, I have no idea. I have trust in my coach. I'm pretty much just kind of gonna rock up on the day, and I trust that she will be able to make the right decisions for me for what weight goes on the bar, and I'll just have to get up there and execute and do what she tells me to do. And if it was that simple, all powerlifting competitions would always go perfectly. However, there's obviously always things that can go wrong on the day, so we'll just have to see what happens in that regard. But squat, feeling good for. Bench press, it's gonna be under my best, and deadlift, feeling all right for that as well. I will say though that this last week I have definitely had some struggles. Randomly on Tuesday I woke up with really sharp pain in my wrist, and at that point my body was still really fatigued from my tough sessions the days beforehand. My shoulder's out, I've got sharp pain in my wrist, my body's fatigued, and I just really withdrew. And I was just like, I don't know if I can do this weekend. If I've got a sore wrist that like is gonna make it awkward to squat, I probably won't be able to bench at all. And it just really kind of got into my head a lot. However, I was lucky that on Wednesday I woke up and my wrist was fine. It was really random that it just was really painful on Tuesday, and it's been fine since. So I'm just kind of rolling with that. And the past few days, as it has gotten closer and closer to the comp, I have started feeling a little bit better. In general though, I am one of those people that kind of puts quite high expectations on myself. I put myself probably under more pressure than I should. I put more pressure on myself than I would ever expect of anyone else. And also just kind of having a background in team sport and kind of having that background of competitiveness. I am a competitive person by nature, and normally that's been fine in like a team environment when you've got other people around you, other people to support you, and the whole performance of the team doesn't really just ride on one person, you're kind of working together. However, powerlifting being an individual sport, it is all just you. It is all just you with the bar and how you go in that moment on that day. Like, there are no other variables kind of thing. And also just that team sport history, having that competitiveness, I've kind of gotten into the mindset of comparing my performance to others. And I've been thinking about like, oh, like, where am I gonna end up in my weight class? Like, oh, I don't deserve to be on the platform with them. Oh, they're way stronger than me. Like, I'm gonna look silly. And I think part of my issue with my bench press is I was just really worried about getting up there and just not being able to perform my best, and having a shoulder injury and everything. And I guess I was just worried that I would look a little bit pathetic in comparison to everyone else up there. Which, I mean, I would never put those standards on everyone else, so why am I placing them on myself? But I don't know. I'm quite hard on myself, and just the kind of competitive nature is to my detriment, I think, in this instance. All in all though, I think apart from the shoulder and getting all up in my head, I think this prep has gone fairly well. I've kind of hit all of the weights that I've needed to hit for at least squat and deadlift. I'm here now, I'm in Sydney, it's happening tomorrow. Honestly, like, especially just so much rest this week, I'm just getting like really antsy and I just like want to go and just like get it done kind of thing. I just want it to happen already and stop like all of this lead up and this nerves and just want to go and do it. So I've had my dinner, I'm gonna weigh in well under my weight class. I'm one of the few people that I feel isn't cutting weight. I'm gonna have a tub of twisted yogurt in a second and just like carb myself the F up. I'm even gonna be able to eat beforehand, it's gonna be great. But tomorrow, I'm gonna try and take you guys through as much of the day as I can. Please keep in mind, I'm not gonna be able to show you everything because I am there to do my job, I am there to perform. I'm not gonna be able to show you fully like behind the scenes. So I'll try and do the best that I can in showing you as much as I can, but I don't want my efforts to vlog to take away from anything on the day, and also just kind of interacting with the people that have come along to help and support me as well. I don't wanna be like vlogging camera in face or anything like that when there's real people in front of me and an actual job to be done. So I'm gonna have a big sleep tonight, gonna head tomorrow morning and weigh in and take you guys through as much as I can. If you are interested in seeing my powerlifting competition, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. I know this video was like fairly basic, but if you did enjoy this video anyway, please give me a thumbs up. And if you have any questions or anything like that, please comment below. And I'm also gonna put a link to the live feed of the powerlifting competition if you do wanna watch down below as well, so you can follow along. But otherwise, thanks for watching, you guys. Let's just do this fucking thing, all right? See you at the powerlifting competition.